all elections. Where is Congress?
Neelu, first of all, I'm not going to start with what Suvanka said at the last moment, but explain about that why not the unity of the collective unity or collective, the aggression of the opposition parties. I'll come with later. But first of all, I just want to focus on the particular, the way that our party thinks the election to be. It is quite clear that we have fielded nominations despite of our poor, the organization somewhat, but we believe that we should really penetrate to all the zone, every inch of this particular state to see our presence, moreover, our participation, moreover, creating public opinion. And against both the forces runs the central government and the state government in a way, because there are certain things you cannot deny that the Bengal government has tremendously failed. And the other way also, the central government, as you know, that BJP and the allied forces, as well as just manipulating the autonomous bodies of the country and certainly challenging the constitution and its tangibility. That is what is being seen or experienced by every single sincere person of the country, citizen of the country. Now, basically, I asked the question, what is citizen? How the citizen is the interesting part. Now, there are many questions about the Ghuspetia or the infiltrators. There's a prime focus, as Amit Shahji today also mentioned. But I want to believe that these infiltrators, as much as numbers, being driven out from the country, if you check the report, kindly check the report, 2004 and 2014 had been 9 times more than 2014 to 2024. And that's been the report of the central government. So Ghuspetia issue is not going to be the prime issue unless that is being the point of tussle between these two governments. One is believed to be abetting these Ghuspetias for the electoral purpose. The other one is always trying to, drive them out or to delete them, whatever it is, to make sure that there is a certain polarization on the basis of the dharam or what you call religion. But basically, both the parties, and basically, I first, since the Sankalp has been divulged, or it has been, the manifesto has been published by the BJP today, so I'm focusing on them. They are keep following the same idea as Trinamool Congress has already implemented. There is no doubt of it. They have tried to counter it, but with the same value, with the same notion, with the same idea. There is no change into it. In them. So certainly, what we find that the programming I'm just been promising larger amounts only, but there is no any specific version of development that we talk about. There is no any specific version of education system that we talk about. Neither the health system in Bengal that's been poorly served. So there is no question of this kind of development. But again, Ghuspetia has been the prime issue. Now my basic question is that this can never be any state which is election bound, and the new government is going to come and promise about only on the ground of this kind of divisions, then it is unfortunate. And that is this kind of unfortunate things are being shown up each day through the participations of these two mighty political parties, as they believe. Coming to the second area, why Congress has decided to field nominations of its candidates in all the constituencies in the state, that is 294. We tried always to protect the kind of the show up between these two, and we try to always make sure that people understand what is the value and the constitutional programming and what is the kind of security that is needed, which Congress has provided since years or the decades to have. So that is where, I must tell you one thing. I confess that Congress has lost out during the time, sometimes, because of coalition and all. But this time we have been completely programmed to at least bucket the issues which West Bengal basically faces. And we try to find the solutions also.
Why is Congress, yes, why is Congress not perturbed about 91 lakh voting names being deleted in the SIR? Why is the party not raising this issue? Can you not be in solidarity?
Neelu, you are far away.
Yes.
I tell you, Neelu, you are far away. You probably may not have all collections of information. That is what I can give you here. 4th November 2025, the SIR started, executing in Bengal, and then the day we had demonstrated with 16 points to the Election Commission of Bengal, and given the 16 points, the first point was just given to be what is going to be the span of time. That span of time has to be expanded, and that's been done later on. All 16 points nearly, been challenged. I mean, been implemented by the Election Commission here. But the question is that we have been 17 times at the Election Commission. We had several programs against the SIR, and you believe pan-India SIR, even before SIR Maharashtra election, we had protested about the kind of system in which, with the data in which the Congress faced as well as the opposition faced the manipulations, and then Haryana, then Delhi, even in Bihar election, and then Rahul Gandhi is the only leader in India who had presented through the PowerPoint presentation and challenged the Election Commission with the numbers. Nothing more than that can be done. And here, West Bengal, they are demanding the collective effort. We are doing the same way. But ultimately, it cannot be that the Congress or the collective efforts by all opposition parties would be shown up, and one person or one party will steal the show. It can never be. What Mamata Banerjee said, even in Malda, where we have our MP, where we have our base, we know. People know. In Murshidabad, what she said, she spoke against Congress party here. Shubhankar is trying to establish so innocent that Trinamool is not being supported collectively by the opposition parties. I must tell you what Mamata Banerjee has done. She did not care about Congress, even went against Congress and tried to campaign against Congress and accuse Congress for all these kind of, the voracious attempts that her party has done. So we must tell you, this is an allegation, this is an accusation, and moreover, we said it right, and we still say that one single voter is valid should not be out from the electoral roll. One voter, and then if it is definitely
some change which we haven't seen in years. Do you see any promising as prospects for Congress this time?
Definitely, Nilu, because this time, as I told you, even in the first phase, that we have fielded 294 with a prospect definitely to penetrate the zone we did not, really appear during last few elections. But this time we are after 20 years. Another thing I tell you here, that we had been completely afraid of the extreme polarization in 2021 election. Everybody knows about it. But this time it can never happen, and I can give you an example. Even last assembly election 2016, we had been the largest opposition party combining with the left, and we had done 77 seats together. We had our opposition leader, so it is nothing lost or that so far. I mean, in the history that we had appeared only in the certain show up of the West Bengal politics. So only last election that we had debated, and certainly we are coming back. And I can't tell you any number because I don't believe in the prediction or any kind of political astrology. But the certain ground that is prepared, I can tell you, sensibly we can expect good number of seats which can really be a factor, at least inside the assembly, where the opposition parties never played, despite of the numbers, never played the kind of role they're supposed to play during these 5 years, and will be sincerely doing this against whosoever the government is. I can tell you.
All right. Okay, Shubhankar. So is this 2026 elections going to bid goodbye to Mamata Banerjee's politics in West Bengal?